Hey guys, welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. If you're new here, I post these videos every Sunday just to share some meal ideas with you and to maybe give you some inspiration for the coming week. All of our meals are budget friendly and delicious, so if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future dinner ideas. Dinner number one this week was a chicken bacon pot pie. We started by splitting 2 chicken breasts to make them a little bit thinner. Then we seasoned them with some salt and pepper and some Tonys Creole seasoning. Then we just grilled these in our grill pan until they were cooked through. Then we fried up some cubed russet potatoes and some bacon, seasoned with some salt and pepper. We just cooked those until they were browned and crispy and added in some parsley. And we cooked some carrots, corn, and peas with some salt and pepper and a tablespoon of minced garlic. For the gravy or the sauce, whichever you want to call it, we melted 2 tablespoons of butter in our pan and added in 2 tablespoons of flour. Then we just cooked that for a few minutes to cook off the flour taste. Next we added about a cup of half and half, some salt and pepper, and let that thicken. When our gravy had thickened, we added back in our chicken, bacon, potatoes, and veggies. We added our filling to our bottom pie crust with holes poked in it. I can't find the recipe Adam used this time, but if I come across it, I'll make sure to add it in the description box. I do know that it had some vodka in it. It's supposed to make it extra flaky, which it definitely did. You can always Google a recipe, or you can just use store-bought. So then we added on the top crust and crimped the edges. Adam says this is always my job, but I'm no expert. I don't have any tips or anything for this because honestly, I just wing it every time. But of course, it doesn't matter what it looks like at the end as long as it's delicious. When the crust was all put together, we added on an egg wash and baked it according to the directions for the pie crust. With that face, it didn't look very happy coming out of the oven, but it was so delicious. For the next dinner, we had some orange ginger teriyaki beef with broccoli and noodles. We're just using some beef stew meat, and we're going to use some of this teriyaki sauce. This is one of our favorites. Into a container, we squeezed the juice of an orange, then we added in our meat and some of that teriyaki sauce. Next, we added in some soy sauce, cayenne and onion powder, some salt and pepper, minced garlic, and ground ginger. Then we just let that marinate in the fridge overnight. When we were ready to cook our beef, we added some cornstarch to it to help it brown. We just cooked it in a skillet with some butter, cooked some frozen broccoli, and we're going to use some ramen noodles without the seasoning. Once everything was put together, we added in the rest of our marinade and simmered that for a few minutes. This was quick and easy, delicious takeout at home. Next up, we had some pork steaks with crispy potatoes. The night before, we had made a marinade for our pork with some salt and pepper, some onion and garlic powder, some celery salt, Worcestershire sauce, liquid smoke, 1 bay leaf, and some thyme. We let that marinate overnight and then patted them dry when we were ready to cook them. We heated up some olive oil in our cast iron skillet and added in the thyme and bay leaf from our marinade and some minced garlic. We got our pork steaks browning on both sides, and then we added in our potatoes that we had boiled just until tender. And on the side, we made a salad with some shredded cheese and bacon bits, some cheese and garlic croutons, 2 kinds of olives, and my favorite, blush wine vinaigrette. The last dinner of the week was a quick and easy broccoli cheese tortellini soup. We started off by cooking some bacon, and to some of the leftover bacon fat we added some butter, salt and pepper, some Tonys Creole seasoning, and 4 tablespoons of flour. Next, we added in a can of evaporated milk, followed by a carton of chicken broth. When that came up to a boil, we added in about half a bag of frozen broccoli. Next came about a cup of Velveeta cheese, and finally our bag of frozen cheese tortellini. We just let this all simmer until the pasta was cooked through, adding in some garlic powder, onion powder, and parsley. This was so good, and it might have been my favorite meal of the week. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's meals. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, we would love for you to join our YouTube family. So hit that subscribe button down below and turn on notifications. I post What's for Dinner videos every Sunday.